The WNBA world was rocked by a shocking trade. The Indiana Fever sent former number 2 overall pick NaLyssa Smith to the Dallas Wings. In return, they received sharpshooter Sophie Cunningham. This unexpected move sent ripples through the league. Fans and analysts alike are trying to understand the implications. This trade marks a significant shift for both teams. It also highlights the Fever's commitment to building a contender around their young core. Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell are at the heart of this plan. The Fever are clearly aiming for a championship. The Indiana Fever are on a mission. They are determined to build a winning team. This trade for Sophie Cunningham is a clear indication of their urgency. The Fever already have exciting young talent. Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell are the cornerstones of the franchise. The Fever front office recognized the need for change. They needed the right pieces around their young stars. The team was not performing to its potential. NaLyssa Smith, despite her talent, wasn't the right fit. The Fever needed a player like Cunningham. Her skill set complements the team's strengths. NaLyssa Smith came into the league with high expectations. The number 2 overall pick in the 2022 draft, Smith possessed undeniable talent. She showed flashes of brilliance during her time in Indiana. However, her performance didn't quite meet the hype. Smith averaged a respectable 10.9 points and 6.0 rebounds in her first 2 seasons. She demonstrated her athleticism and scoring ability. However, her role in Indiana's system seemed undefined. The arrival of Aaliyah Boston further complicated matters. It created a logjam in the front court. Enter Sophie Cunningham. This sharpshooting guard brings a specific skill set to Indiana. The Fever desperately needed her three-point shooting prowess. Cunningham is a career 35.1% shooter from beyond the arc. Cunningham's game is tailor-made for the Fever's offensive system. She will thrive alongside playmakers like Clark and Boston. Her ability to space the floor will be invaluable. This will create driving lanes for Clark and Boston. It will make the Fever a much more dynamic offensive team. This trade has the potential to benefit both teams. The Fever get the shooter they desperately needed. The Wings add another young talent to their core. Dallas can now pair Smith with Arike Ogunbowale and Satou Sabally. For Indiana, this trade is about maximizing their championship window. They believe Cunningham is the missing piece. She can help them compete for a title right now. Dallas, on the other hand, is taking a long-term approach. They are betting on Smith's potential. They believe she can blossom in their system. NaLyssa Smith didn't shy away from the trade news. She took to social media to express her excitement about joining the Dallas Wings. Smith changed her Instagram bio to read, "Dallas, let's work." This simple yet powerful message speaks volumes. Smith seems eager to embrace her new opportunity in Dallas. She is ready to prove herself alongside Ogunbowale and Sabally. This trade could be the fresh start she needs to reach her full potential. Mark your calendars, WNBA fans. Future matchups between the Indiana Fever and the Dallas Wings just got a whole lot more interesting. This trade adds another layer of intrigue to this budding rivalry. The storylines write themselves. Smith facing her former team. Cunningham trying to prove the Fever right for trading for her. These games will be must-watch television. They will be filled with emotion, intensity, and high-level basketball. The Indiana Fever are done rebuilding. They are done with mediocrity. This trade for Sophie Cunningham is a clear declaration of their intentions. The Fever are ready to win now. They are ready to compete for a championship. The Fever believe they have the pieces in place. Caitlin Clark is a generational talent. Aaliyah Boston is a force in the paint. Kelsey Mitchell is a dynamic scorer. And now they have Sophie Cunningham to provide the outside shooting they desperately needed. The Indiana Fever want the rest of the league to know they are a force to be reckoned with. This trade is just the beginning. The Fever are building something special in Indiana. They are young, hungry, and talented. This team is no longer content with simply making the playoffs. They want a championship, and they're willing to make the bold moves necessary to get there. The Fever are here to stay, and they are ready to make some noise in the WNBA.